Hello everyone, so this is the video number 3 of the line-wise explanation series of the chapter Landscape of the Soul. In the previous videos we got to know about the different kind of approach about art from the Chinese concept as well as the Western philosophy. In this video number 3, we will get to know about the Taoism that is there in the Chinese philosophy of art. Very interesting. Let's see. This concept is expressed as San Shui, literally mountain water, which used together represent the word landscape. That means when we were kid, that time we were painting the landscape pictures, and there we are painting the mountain, the water, the river, right? So this is what landscape pictures are. More than two elements of an image, these represent two complementary poles reflecting the Taoist view of the universe. The mountain is young, reaching vertically towards heaven, stable, warm and dry in the sun, while the water is yin, horizontal and resting on the earth, fluid, moist and cool. So these are the two complementary poles. One is yang, another one is yin. And they are reaching towards heaven. Which one? Yang, the mountain. And the yin, that is horizontal, and it is fluid, moist and cool also. The interaction of yin, the receptive feminine aspect of universal energy, and its counterpart yang, active and masculine, is of course a fundamental notion of Taoism. What is often overlooked is an essential third element, the middle void, where their interaction takes place. Now there is another one important thing, that is the third element. So the two elements are very clear, the masculine and feminine, yang and yin, from the landscape pictures. Now what is the third element? This can be compared with the yogic practice of pranayama, right? Breathe in, retain, breathe out. This is the way that we are practicing the pranayama. The suspension of breath is the void where meditation occurs. The middle void is essential, nothing can happen without it. Hence, the importance of the white unpainted space in Chinese landscape. Now there is a kind of connection. What the writer is saying, the void that we are breathing and we are retaining, and at the time we are breathing out. So the middle part is actually the void, the space. So this space is also there in the Chinese painting. The nothing is there in the painting. Nothing. Unpainted space. And in this particular space, we are using our imagination, we are using our meditative power in order to think, in order to imagine, in order to roam inside the painting, right? So this is this Taoism concept. This is also where man finds a fundamental role in that space between heaven and earth. He becomes the conduit of communication, means a channel of communication between both poles of the universe. His presence is essential, even if it's only suggested. Far from being lost or oppressed by the lofty peaks, he is, in Francois Cheng's wonderful expression, the eye of the landscape. That means human being is actually the eye of the landscape. He will judge the painting, he will roam with his own critical approach throughout the painting, and he will take part, as the Chinese philosophy is saying, that he will be active both physically and mentally, so that he can judge, so that he can roam about the painting, right? So this is what the chapter is actually. So in this particular chapter we got to know about this particular painter Wu Daozi. Then we got to know about the Western painter who has painted the fly and ultimately got married to the particular daughter of the painter. Then the different kinds of approach about art. The Western people, the Western painters, they are having a single viewpoint, and when you are judging their painting, you will be also having the same kind of viewpoint. But in this Chinese model, there is a difference, that is, you will have a different kind of approach. There the void, free space will be there. so that you can roam freely, you can use your imagination, and that they are connecting with this concept of Taoism, the free space, the space where you can move with your creative imagination, so that you can interact with the painting, so that the different kind of meanings will come out, right? So this is what the chapter is actually is. There is a different part of the same chapter, getting inside outsider art, that I am giving another video number 4. So this is what all about this chapter is. Very interesting, the different kind of approach about drawing. Landscape of the Soul by Nathlin Troveroy. Thank you.